YouTube, it's Sunday. Yeah, I know I was supposed to do a thing on Friday, but I kind of didn't. Actually, I kind of didn't do one last Friday either, and yeah, I'm behind. There are a couple of reasons why I didn't do it last Friday, partly because, you know, there was a lot going on, I didn't have time to really film, but another one of the reasons why I didn't do one last Friday is because John and I kind of broke up. So obviously I was upset about that, but also I used to use his Mac to edit my videos, and I can't do that anymore, and so I have to go on campus where the Mac lab is, and yeah, that was just a lot of work. Also, my phone was having really weird issues with the cord, so I couldn't like do anything on the computer with it anyway, so. Speaking of which, I actually have a new phone now. I have an iPhone 6, which is fun. I had to get a new phone plan and there was an upgrade on it, so I was like, okay, why not? Because that other phone was John's phone anyway, so I had to give it back. Also, you might notice that now my hair is kind of red/orangish. It's weird. The name of the hair dye was actually neon red, and that was supposed to be how it turned out, and I was really excited about it. I originally thought about going back blonde, and then I was like, actually, no. And when I first started, it actually was like really red. Like it was the kind of red that's like on the label of a Coke bottle, if that makes any sense. So it was really bright. But I washed it once or twice and then it started fading really weird, and now it looks like this. I do really like it though. It brings out my eyes, which is nice, and also like lipstick looks better with it, which is weird. I was a little bit nervous about wearing red shirts with it. I thought that maybe the red shirts would clash with it too, but they don't. So I rewatched The Little Mermaid the other day, and it kind of really messed me up a lot because, yeah. As a kid, I was really obsessed with The Little Mermaid. I watched it all the time. It was literally my favorite movie, and I identified with Ariel a lot, and I still kind of do in some ways. But when I rewatched it, I started to realize a lot of things that are like really messed up about it that I never would have even thought about as a kid. Like, for instance, it's actually a really racist movie. Like, if you look at King Triton, he's kind of the stereotypical plantation owner looking guy, and he's way bigger than everybody else. He's in charge of the kingdom or whatever. And then Sebastian is this little Jamaican crab who's tiny, and like in the movie it seems like power is directly related to size, because, you know, when Ursula gets the crown, she rises and is bigger than everyone else, and like all of the people in her cave are super tiny and shriveled up and just, yeah. And so yeah, so Sebastian's like this little Jamaican crab who's like the servant and also like does everyone else's bidding. He literally never gets his own storyline. It's just kind of like he's there, he's kind of a comical character. And there was also another part where in Under the Sea they said blackfish and like flipped to a fish singing or something for just half a second, but it looked like the fish was wearing blackface, and that kind of freaked me out a little bit. But it actually gets even worse than that, believe it or not. I kind of have this theory that Ursula and her minions are part of the sex trade. I mean, if you look at Ursula's cave when you first walk in, like, it looks like something that it shouldn't, really. And then she starts talking about how she wants Ariel to belong to her, and you look at the mer people that she owned in the past, and they're all like these shriveled up little things on the bottom of the cave, and they, you know, don't have any free will or whatever, and they're all unhappy, obviously. And she disguises it as something nice to do for people, and then, oh well, just in case, you know, this is the thing. And then she takes away Ariel's voice, which is also her consent, and then there's also the thing of like, no one can hear you scream or whatever. And yeah, it just kind of really freaked me out. Now there's a lot more evidence for other things in the movie that are messed up like that, and I'm not going to go into all of them right now, but I am definitely going to write an essay on it because I'm a dork, and I took notes during the movie after I started realizing things. So, of course, also that does help me procrastinate a lot for my other classes, which I'm already doing anyway, so at least I might as well do something productive with my procrastination. I feel like there should be an in other news portion, but I can't remember what I did this week. Actually, I guess it's been 2 weeks, not just 1 week, so there should be a lot of news. I haven't really been doing much of anything, though. I've mostly just been kind of like surviving. I don't know. I have been spending a lot more time with my friends recently, which is nice. Like, I feel like now I'm getting invited a lot more places, which is odd. Speaking of which, I've been going over to Brooke's apartment every Friday recently, and we're doing like a bad movies night with me, her, and one of her friends, April, and we found a movie series this past Friday called The Puppet Master. There are 10 of them. They span from 1989 to 2011, which is a really long time. The first movie is like the story of this creepy old puppet master, basically, who like makes puppets and brings them to life, and it's really freaking weird. And then the following movies are really just stories about how the puppets are killing everybody else and then trying to bring the other guy back to life so he can be immortal, and people kill him at the end. The acting is super bad, and the plot lines are super bad, and it's just all really bad, but it's so bad it's good in a weird way. So also, there's a character in one of the movies who looks like almost exactly like my roommate, and it's kind of weird, but it's really cool. I actually don't think I have anything else to talk about. I'm actually gonna edit this video on my phone because I have iMovie on it for some reason automatically. Maybe that's just because it's a 6, I don't know. But I'm gonna go and edit this video, so hopefully it turns out well. So I guess that's all I have for you, and I'll see you next week. I really need a more creative ending than that.